Hi there, friends. Welcome back to the Ohio and Pennsylvania, and welcome to this special series video. I don't know how many videos this is going to be. You'll see later, obviously. But welcome to the 2025 National NMRA Convention here in Novi, Michigan. So we just got finished checking in over there at the hotel. If you can see that. Sorry, it wasn't a very good view. I'll get a better shot of it later. But we're all checked in. My friend Andrew's with me. We'll introduce you to him later. This is his first time at a convention, so I'm excited for him. As for me, it's not. I've been to a couple of regional conventions and even a national back when I was a little bit younger, and it was in Cleveland. That was like 10 years ago, so this is my first time in about 10 years. So I'm excited for it. I think he's excited as well, so I'm really looking forward to doing that. But while he's doing a clinic, I'm going to go do a layout tour. So I'm going to bring you guys along for the week. So hope you guys enjoy. And yeah, we'll see what the week has in store. Our first layout tour of the week was at Bill Neale's Pennsylvania Railroad Panhandle Division. Unfortunately, Bill passed away in late December 2023, but his wife allowed the layout to be open one last time for our convention, so that was very much appreciated. So we got to see the layout one final time before the equipment and layout is divvied up to multiple different people who were interested. So enjoy this final look at this great layout.
Yeah, exactly. Yep. Yeah, that's the approach, because the lower line is clear, so that means you're gonna go through a house in the country. Exactly, only these and that one, yeah. Some of them may have just got the thing, you can see the signal, but it still has a panel here to help the signal with it. Right. Yeah, well, and then the last one we put in,
Oh no, not out of it. Just I hit the point where I'm not going to start building it. That's it. Because I don't plan on being in the house all that much longer. And I know these guys have been spending 40 years, and I decided, am I going to start building something now? I'm not going to be in. And the truth is, these guys invite me over to their,
yeah.
That's it.
When he bought the house, he first, Bill was telling me that he first looked at the backyard and he thought, wow, what a great place. And then he turned around and saw this split level house. He thought, oh no, what have I done? He knew the basement was really small. Thank you. Thanks for coming.
Has been kind enough to let us continue operating here until she decides. So I do believe the layout's going to start coming down very soon.
Really?
The goal was to keep it open and running until
After
the convention.
So, I mean, is it something that...
Hi there, friends. So this is current day Trev. This is going to be interspersed in this video because I didn't record a update for Monday evening. So after doing the layout tour, as mentioned, I headed back to the hotel. There I was able to catch a 4 o'clock clinic by Mike Burgett on understanding railroad signaling, which was a very interesting clinic. Very insightful, especially since he actually does signals on the real thing. So it's very interesting to hear about the placement, why signals are placed where they are, and the other line set equipment that supports them. And then Andrew and I went to get dinner. He started talking through his layout idea. And then we returned to the convention hall for 2 evening clinics. The 2 I ended up going to were, I forget what the first one was called, but it was, both were by Dan Lewis. The first one was about chapel cars. So a couple of different church denominations in the late 1800s, early 1900s employed these cars as basically mobile churches for areas that were still rural, fairly rural. So very interesting part of railroad history I'd never really learned about. And then the other one that he did, which was completely unrelated but also very interesting, was model railroad photography. So talking about how to get shots that look really good for publishing and such. So yeah, both clinics were very interesting in their own ways, and definitely the photography clinic is very helpful for when I want to shoot more model photos. So yeah, that's all for now. I'm gonna send you back to current. We'll move on now to Tuesday and start with the operating session that day. Our first operating session for the week was Mike Kisser's Sagana Northern layout. Mike models coal railroading in Kentucky in the mid-1980s, so he has plenty of variety of power as well as plenty of coal trains. Mike also owns Railstream, which is a railroad live streaming service, so he has written his own program to control his model railroad with, so that's pretty interesting. But sit back and enjoy the sights and sounds of coal railroading in the 1980s.
We want it to go normal. We do want it to go normal and not reverse.
I think we want to.
Turnout is not moving.
I have a dead tractor over here. Can you help me explain that?
Sure. As soon as I get this fixed.
We'll get it done.
Was it?
Yeah, I think 585 is,
Was the other way?
so, yeah,
Just flip it so they all match.
okay.
I think we can get rid of the
Okay. Yeah, because if it's going the wrong way, that's it. Because there's no reason why it shouldn't go up the hill.
Got it.
Now, if it was loaded, maybe that'd be a different story.
Yeah. What are they doing back here?
So, Mike, since I've got a red on the main, should I call dispatch and ask for...
You're not a problem for us because you're behind us.
East 7, first switch, then go down and then duck back in on the left end.
I just turned it off and
Roger, we got the
Oh,
switch.
okay. I thought it unlocked.
Live load. Thank you.
No chances, no chances.
Good save there. Sending us on the far here.
And that gets us out to the, that's where we want to be.
Well, is this...
Yeah, I have two reds here, so...
Okay, so you can stop right there. This marker on that tree. So I left my phone somewhere. Where did I put that phone?
It was in the laundry room on the shelf.
Okay. Yeah.
Yes.
Interesting is these running the trains and then throwing those manifest rates in there too. And almost like it makes it a puzzle for the dispatch.
He doesn't have any through passenger trains to add more
Dispatcher,
trains.
this is the local train, we're gonna...
After finishing at Mike Kisser's layout, we headed out to tour a couple layouts. Our first stop was the South Oakland County Model Railroad Club and their Grand Trunk Western Holly subdivision. They modeled Grand Trunk Western in the mid-1980s, complete with signals and CTC control. So enjoy a look at the layout.
You're from Connecticut. Do you go to these all the time? Like, What brought you to this one as opposed to last year or next year?
I'm looking for, my sister has a house. And the water for the we're in Charlotte.
No.
I used to live in Charlotte.
Yeah. I put this on the building and looking over. Oh, there's another helix over here.
Yeah.
I never really saw much NS living right off the Newcastle side. You see us one under the NS somewhere out in North Central Ohio. The trustees ended up just scrapping most of it, using the scrap of the rails to pay off the debt.
Mike Kistler's, Sagana Northern.
You got anything sections this Saturday?
No, we were doing, we're gonna do the National Train Show on Saturday.
Oh, okay. We have an operating section here, so.
Oh, cool. What time is it?
10 o'clock.
Our last layout tour for the day was Dan Lewis's Milwaukee Road North Montana line. Dan has had his layout featured multiple times in Model Railroader in various N-scale magazines, and it is a great example of just the amount of detail you can still have even in N-scale. He models the transition era as well. So enjoy a look at his layout.
Well, a lot of these are too. I was teaching at a university in Trondheim, and I was back up in the woods on the mountain one afternoon just bumbling around. I ran into a bunch of this stuff. Yeah, no, that's fine.
Yes, we like it, thank you. It's a variety of things that you learn, not necessarily what you were expecting, but
Yeah, sometimes that's true.
that's even better.
Yeah.
You're an Episcopal priest, you can come up to Fond du Lac and take over the cathedral.
So I get to, I remember when I was coming to New York or somewhere and going through customs and what's in the box, and I said, well, I'm declaring it, this is stuff I picked up in the tundra. But it has a big base. That's the main thing, right? I used to have a shelter on it, but then that place was at the one end of the thing, and so I used to joke about my wife that I let her put furniture in my prison. She always thought that was a sick joke, which it probably was.
I understand completely. Yeah, I've heard that. It's been a long time.
Well, my wife and I moved into this home in 2001. So we've been here 24 years, but I had pieces of this that were part of my shelfware.
Me too.
Yeah.
I've been enjoying the last story I read about the livestock thing. That was fantastic.
Thank you. Well, I enjoyed a couple of your points. So.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, I learned a few things.
Hi there, friends. Welcome back to the Ohio and Pennsylvania. Well, it's been a little bit since the last update. It's now Tuesday evening. I've probably voiced over the stuff from Monday. So I'm going to focus on Tuesday here, just to cap the video off. We got breakfast here, and then we headed south to our operating session at the Sagana Northern. So that's a freelanced, I don't know if it would be class 1 or class 2, but based in the 1980s. We got there just on time, and we ended up getting to view the CTC panel he has upstairs. While the panel itself is new, the hardware used for it is old US&S hardware, which is pretty cool. And then we headed downstairs to do the running. I was working one of the mines. Andrew was working the other mine. So, yeah, it ended up working out well because the work there went fairly quickly once I got a feel for it, and then had to wait for other trains. Ended up being able to do a lot of rail fanning of other trains around. So that was fun. And of course the Gremlins came out, but that seems to happen for large events at layouts, of course. So, yeah, it was pretty fun. I enjoyed it. And the crew that was there helping out was fun and helpful and knowledgeable. So, yeah, it was a fun time. Enjoyed that. And then Andrew and I planned out our rest of our day. So we did 2 layout tours in the afternoon. We did the South Oakland County Model Railroad Club. And that was pretty cool. Some more cool people there we got to chat with about just their model railroad there and some other stuff. So there were some cool details there. And then from there we went to Dan Lewis's North Montana line. Now I've seen that in magazines a ton, so it was cool getting to see it in person. He definitely makes the layout look a lot larger with all the photographic angles he gets on it. So, actually, sitting right here, I picked this up at his clinic, but that's actually a photo of his layout that he took. So, because he did a clinic on photography yesterday, as I probably already talked about. But yeah, both of those layouts were pretty cool. Then we took a break to go meet up with a friend of mine for dinner, who lives up in Michigan. Before then, that took a while, so we ended up back at the convention center eventually and just spent the rest of our day there. I went to a clinic on signaling with LCC. Well, it went over some stuff I knew. It also brought up some stuff I hadn't known yet, so that was good to kind of get that perspective on signaling. Andrew went to one on operating. But yeah, so after we finished our clinics, I chatted to a couple people, and then headed downstairs to my first time in the big room, where they had layouts, SIG members, and then clinic or models out and all that fun stuff. So we got to wander around there for a bit, take a look. Yeah, there was a lot of stuff there to see. So overall, it was a great day. And yeah, we'll be moving on tomorrow. That'll probably be next episode, so you'll see it a bit later. If not, you'll see it right after this. So either way, I'll see y'all later.